this one is Kevin Chilwani, and then Karisho Diwekwan. So Woshota Prince and Mayford Chilwani. Yeah,
okay.
Then we have 4.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Like I always say, guys, I'm so happy when I see young people who are into farming. So I'm just going to ask this great team which is making this dream work. I'm going to ask them some 1 or 2 questions for them to tell us why, guys, do you think that it's important for young people to get into farming?
It is so important to get into farming because sometimes you have to do something. You don't have to just sit at home and doing nothing. Because farming can give you everything you want to do. Can give you food, can give you whatever it is. So as we know that soil, we get life from the soil, you know. So without soil, without water, without crops, there's nothing you can get. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can eat. We know that living a life without eating anything, it's like living a life, I don't know where. Because we both know that we have to eat sometimes. We have to wake up and do something. So if you don't do something, you are nothing.
That's great.
You're doing nothing. So you have to do something. It is so important in agriculture.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I like that, you know, emphasizing that. I mean, without agriculture, we are nothing, you know, starting from what we dress to what we eat, you know, that is all the work of farmers. So I want to ask you, so would you encourage young people to get into farming, and what would you say to them? Because you know that a lot of young people, they don't like farming, or they don't see it as something that one can do for a living. So would you encourage young people to get into farming?
I will advise people to go to agriculture because agriculture agriculture. So I believe the millionaires out there are agriculture. In the next coming 5 years, 10 years, the business is going to deal with our employee because Sabatal are very community rural area. That's why they were inspired.
That's great. That's great. I like that. I like the fact that you're also mentioning that. I mean, agriculture, it's one opportunity or thing that we can use to solve the problem of unemployment in the country, you know, especially in rural areas. I've noticed that this is the issue, you know, in probably all the rural areas that you can find, that you know that the only employment that you would see is the one that is taking place in the school or in the clinic, and apart from that there is no economic activity that is taking place. So agriculture is really an opportunity that we need to take in order for us to make sure that there is less unemployment in the country. So I want to ask you guys, what are some of the things that you have learned in being part of this team, you know, and working together with within the Kimro farming? What are some of the things that we have learned, you know?
Okay, the Kimro farm taught us something that we have never learned before, because now we know how to plant. We know that food comes from the farm. We know that everything actually, it comes from the farm. So Kimro farm taught us that we can do everything. Kimro farm taught us that we can go far. We can go far. And together, as a team, we don't have to work alone. You don't have to work alone. We can do everything together. We can do actually anything you want to do.
I have learned that as a team, when we're a team, we can do a lot of things, unlike when we are alone. If you want to go fast, work alone. But if you want to go far, work as a team. So Kimbro teacher lo tla la farming, unlike more chili ka repair or ka bucket, but more chili ka automatic machine. Murfo tar press aku chili or the chili. So it's a architect on Nakota. So like Kimbro farm.
I like what you are mentioning. So it's very important that if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. I think it's one important lesson that a lot of young people need to take from this video, that when you work together as a team, it makes a lot of work easier, and it also introduces you to some of the things that you didn't know. So it's very important for young people to work together. We can see another member of the team. Yeah, I want to ask him as well that what are some of the things that he learned, like working with the team, what some of the important lessons that he learned?
Hello everyone, my name is Mayford. Working with the team has taught me many things. Like together we can conquer everything. And then working here, especially farming for these agricultural things, have taught me so many things. We also know that food is vital, and it's also vital for our health and our mentality as well, because as you can see, we have the spinach here, and it provides us with so many nutrients, minerals. The list is endless. I cannot talk about this all day. So yeah, it's important working with the team, and I've learned so many things.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And then I want you to also respond to the question that I've noticed, that a lot of young people, they don't show interest in agriculture. That's why we see a lot of young people in townships and villages, they are just sitting and doing nothing, because there is no employment. So what can you say to young people who are not interested in agriculture, yet they are not doing anything?
To answer your question, one of the days I was with my friend from Zimbabwe. He once told me that young South Africans are lazy. And then I denied that. I do not support that statement. We are not lazy. We are only lacking the equipment to start doing our agricultural processes. The major factor here is not the laziness. Actually, as you can see, we are here studying so many things, but then we lack one thing. Our education system does not teach us to create jobs or to make things for ourselves. It teaches us to go and work for somebody else. So if you can all come together and learn how to do things for ourselves, then by so doing, young people will come together and will produce. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I like what you are saying here. And also, it's a fact, that our education system, it doesn't create employers. It only focuses on creating employees, and also that the government is not doing much to support young people by giving them equipment and some of the things that they would need, and that takes us to another question that I would like to ask you guys as a team. So in terms of government and funding, have you received any support from the government, in terms of implements or the equipment?
No, to answer the question, I'll say no, because we are still trying, but we haven't been founded as yet. We have tried contacting our councillors, our community leaders. They haven't responded to us as yet. We don't know whether they will respond or they won't respond. We won't answer on their behalf, but then we have tried our best. Even now, we are still waiting for the responses. They haven't founded us.
Okay, that's bad to hear, but we are hoping that at some point they will do something. So in terms of the fundings that are available, like your NYDA, CEDA, and ITC, have you tried knocking on those doors?
We haven't tried the CEDA and the NYDA because our disadvantage is that we do not have the transportation money. We don't have a car to transport us, to take us to the offices, because they are far from here. Actually, as you can see, we live in the bundus. Actually, I can call it the bundus.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not the rural, it's the bundus. We lack so many things. We don't have offices, we don't have anything. We only have the municipal office, which is the only office in the proximity to us. There are so many things that we are lacking in our area. Okay. That is why you see young people who are not involved in this program of farming. Okay. It's because of the offices are very, very far.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you. I think we can end there.